Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to be learning how to build this quite simple kind of small medieval cottage. It's quite nice. It's a nice mix of design. I did a tour about it kind of earlier, but now we're going to get onto the tutorial. So it's got kind of quite a nice couple of little ideas, and the actual text pack I'm using is Conquest. So I've got all the metadatas, but what I'll do is I'll go through the switch outs for you guys that don't have either Conquest or using a default texture pack, for example, on console versions, etc, etc. So it's got a nice small little fireplace, and kind of crazy roofs. It really has got crazy roofs, but I'll kind of go over the interior, and actually I might just link to the tour for the actual cottage itself. That might be a lot easier, but what I'll do quickly is I'll just switch to default texture pack. I'll talk about some of the actual switch outs as well. So this is what it looks like in the default texture pack. What I recommend doing is the actual stone that you can see here is actually a metadata for Conquest, but I advise actually switching it out for cobblestone if you're going to be using default. That'll work really well. I don't think there's really too much else except for maybe these iron bars where you've got these small kind of farm, and obviously dragon egg and a cobweb looks a little bit weird, whereas in Conquest there's actually a meta for beehive and bees. So I put fence around these little bits here instead. I don't think there's really too much to it. I mean, you can either have this actual window, the actual coloured, I think it's light grey, yeah, light grey stained glass pane, or you can just use normal. You know, that's kind of a personal choice. But apart from that, that's pretty much it for the kind of switch out. So it is pretty simple, and it's quite a nice little tutorial. So we'll switch into Conquest and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through the materials. You're going to need oak wood. You're going to need some sort of, backdrop part. If you're using Conquest, the actual metadata you're going to need is 1:8. So what I've done is I've bound that to my replace a stick tool here, so I can actually get kind of access to that straight away. And I'll be doing exactly the same as this one here. But if not, I would use cobblestone or stone bricks. Either will work really nice. You're also going to need some sort of glass pane. I'm going to use the light grey because in Conquest it looks really nice and fits really well with this. Also oak wood stairs. Going to need a fence gate, trapdoors, fence, and also your hay bales. So first thing we're going to do is build the entrance. So you're just going to go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to go across by 5. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make a pillar 1, 2, 3, 4. What this will do is it'll give you a 5 by 3 kind of box. So what we're going to do is go back, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're just going to build this up. And we're just one block back. This will give us a little bit more room to actually kind of play with. And for the time being, you can either just use a stone or your cobblestone, or if you have the replacer tool, you can replace this with that. And I'll just show you guys how to do that. So it's RAPL 1:8. So there we go. That will give it to if you have World Edit installed. And obviously, if you're using Conquest, you have to have like Optifine or something like that. I do have a mods tutorial if you want to check that out. Also, these textures are kind of bugged up. This is a 1.7.2 thing, but on the other side it should look like that and should look like that normally. But that will give you the actual entrance. We're now going to go to this side, and we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and then build up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now on either side, you're actually going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then build up. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. So you can see the kind of shape we got. We've got an entrance and we got these two side bits which make up the main house. Now we're going to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then build up. And again, it's the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And now what you need to do is you need to choose where your fireplace is going to go. I'm going to do the same as mine here. So if we're looking at the entrance, my fireplace is going to go on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and go 1, 2, 3. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. And build up 1, 2, 3, 4. So whichever side you have the fireplace on, you want that 3 section. And then 4, 4. If you had the fireplace on this side, you'd have a 3, then 4, 4. If that makes sense, hopefully. Then all you're going to do is just go onto the inside. And I'm just going to fill up these. And it's just going to be one block back. This is just to give us a little bit more room to play with. You could do it right up to it, but then you can't put as much detail in on those parts at least. So then build this up. And just go all the way around. Like that. So then I'm just going to grab my replacer tool, and I'm going to go around and just basically put in this texture, because I quite like that texture. So, oh, and try not to hit any of those, or that, there. Right, okay. So I'll catch you guys after I've done that. Okay, so now that we've got the actual basic shape, what we're going to do is going to start building on the roof. So if you come to the front part, we're just going to go up and step our way up on these. So you can just do this, like that. And then just on this side, where you've, well, your kind of chimney side, I guess, and we'll put in the chimney kind of last, it's just kind of more of an addition. We'll have a roof on like that. And this one we're going to leave just for the time being, because what happens is it starts to do this kind of very strange step up. So we'll actually do that. And actually we can put that in now, roughly anyway. We can just go one here, then another, and now it starts to step down. So you can see it's a little bit different. It's kind of an offset. So if we do the same on the other side as well, just to build this framework like that, and I put one there, and you'll see that this lines up with the other side here. So what we're going to do on this section is we're going to also line up these and just work our way up like that. So it does look quite odd, but this is kind of how you get a kind of a bit of a more detailed look with these. And I'm just going to throw down that fence. I'm actually going to switch it out for pink wool, and this is what I usually use when placing down hay bales, which is what we're going to be doing next. So just behind this one, what we're going to do is just going to put in this wool so we can actually lay down those, and then just connect it in, and you can see it's just wrapping around. And I'll do the next one. And this top one, actually this top one is slightly different. It's just got this kind of top piece going across it, so we can leave that in. What we can do is we can do it here. And this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated. We have a bit going across here, so we're just going to join these. And then this one will go across to there, and then again, there'll be something different on top of that one. And we can also do this roof. And leave the top one. And just put this in. And on this back piece, we're just going to wrap it around until it sits on there. And the same here, like that. So you'll get this very weird shape. And the reason I use pink wool is just because, well, it's just because it's a lot easier to actually, well, I guess delete. You know that it's not supposed to be there. So then grab your hay bales, and what I do is I just place them down straight on top, like this. And we'll do the overhang in a second. Just place them on top of these parts, like that. And I'll just go around these, and you can see why I put down that pink wall now. It just makes it a little bit easier to map out. And then here. And I'll place that down. And you basically just continue this until we are almost done. And we're almost there now, so there we go. And we have a little bit here, so what I'll do is I'll put some in, going all the way back to that part as well. So now what you'll notice is we need to put an overhang. So what we need to do is just build down one kind of block underneath the wood here. I'm just going to put in an overhang as well. Well, deleting the blocks. There we go. Place that down. And out here. And we're just going to build the overhang. I think with this one, I think it just goes to here. I'll have to check that though. Because if we have this, so that will go to... I think what we'll do is we'll put it to there for the time being. Let's place those on top. And then work your way around. And the same on the front as well. We'll just do a couple here. Like this. And place those on top. And I can get rid of that pink wool, at least on the outside. I usually take out the pink wool when I go onto the interior, and that's all kind of ready to actually start doing. So there we go, that gives us that. Take that off. We need another one on this as well, so we can just go up here, out on that bit as well, and on the bottom here. And then we got kind of like a lot of overhangs here, as you can see. So, oh yeah, we would have that one there. So if we just put that down, and just place this on top. Like that, and then we'll just take away this wool, and what I'll do, because this roof is quite difficult, you guys might need to watch it again. It is just very difficult to actually show. There we go. So you should have like this very strange shape. You basically got a main, what I tried to do with this one is I tried to have a main house here, and then this extension looks like it's literally just been added on a kind of later time, and then they've just kind of moved a roof into it. If it wanted to look like one solid piece, I'd have this roof cut all the way across to this side so that it'd have the same bit, but it would look very, very symmetrical, which is why I didn't do that. So what we're going to do now is you can either grab white wool or also white stained clay. Both of those work really well. We'll just go on the inside here, and we're just going to go back by one block again. So instead of having it directly in with this one, go one block, and we're just going to block up these little holes here. We've got these little gaps like this. And notice that they're all the same shape as well, which makes it quite nice and uniform. There we go. Oh, not there, there, there. So what that'll do is just give us that little pushback, as you can see. And now what we're going to do is if we grab some oak wood, some oak wood slabs and some oak wood stairs, and we're just going to put in this top bit. So just on the top here, just grab your slabs and put them on top, like that. And it's just to fill out that little gap that we've got. And same here, as you can see, it's kind of like a separate roof in a way. Like that. So then we've got it in line. If you grab your stairs, we're going to put an upside down stair here. And then on this bit, we can go this way, and then kind of flick that way, and there, this way, and then attach an upside down on that bit. So that has a little bit more interest. Obviously, there's loads of different ways you can do this. You know, you can just leave it like that. You can do it this way. You can do some really quite mad extensionary parts with slabs as well. But I kind of like the simple one with this. So you got that in there. And the same on this part. So on here, put one this way, and then go the other way as well. So there we go, we've got the little roof parts in there, and you can already see the kind of basic shape that we've started to kind of make with this. So now if you grab your fence, we're just going to go up on these, just on the outside here, and I can see there's one. These hay bales is not the right way, there we go. So we just got them down there, don't put them on the end pieces here. Just on these little bits here, it makes it look like it's kind of connected in a little bit better. So we've got some in here, and down there, like that. And I think what we're going to do is going to add one hay bale in there. That looks a little bit better. So then we can put in a fence on that piece. Yeah, that looks better. I think that's exactly what it is. So it's kind of symmetrical on this side, goes up, and then comes down as well. So just have a fence there so you push that block, and that one kind of wraps around. And this is wrong. There we go. So then put in your fence like this. And now if we grab... I'll just grab a fence gate. So if you grab your oak wood stair, we're just going to put an upside down one in here. An upside down one here and here. What I did just to make this a little bit interesting is put in a fence gate. And as you can see with the connected textures, what that does is it stretches those pieces out. But also then just punching it out so you can't actually see too much of it. But without it, it kind of looks a little bit like there's no detail or anything there. But this one, it just adds a tiny little bit extra, just these little bits going down. So what you can do is you can do that on all of these parts. You can put an upside down here, 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 and then punch that out. And of course here we only have a little bit. And there we go, put in one there. And I'm going to try one in here and see what it looks like. But no, I'm pretty sure that it is actually supposed to be a hay bale in there, but you still have your fence gate. And did I put one in there as well? Yep, cool. So we fly around to the back, we'll have two of those to put in. So upside down here, upside down here. We get these bits. And punch those through as well, just like that. And what we can do is on these kind of back pieces, so we're right on the back here, I'm just going to punch out these two and put in some sort of windows. You can use, any stained clay. I just like in Conquest these ones because when you have them, as you can see here, as soon as it kind of stretched, you get this kind of really nice border. You could also, of course, have them open. It's quite easy to do that. You just put one down and then have one coming out. It looks like you kind of got one open, or you could go even further, but I wouldn't. I prefer just to have them like this, and then again, I'm just on a 2. And this one has a 1. This right here is going to be our chimney. As you can see, there's the front of the house. So I'm going to have a chimney on this one, so we don't need to put in a window. But we can put one right in here, one in here. At the front, I would have a window here, and then this is where we're going to have the doorway. So go around to the side, one here, here, there we go. And then we're going to have 3 of them going across here. This is where the big window kind of comes in. And again, if you wanted to, you could have it open, or you could have something like this would also look pretty good. And if you did something like that, I would have some sort of, you know, hatches or something on the side. I'm not really too sure with that part, but you can do something in there. Now if you grab your oakwood stairs, and I'm just going to move my trapdoors next to it, but you're going to need oakwood stairs and also trapdoors. Just on this part, we're just going to do upside downs. So we've got upside down stair in here, upside down stair in here. Miss out the part for the chimney. And I'm just going to do this. And you can see that I'm flying around in one direction, and then I'll actually switch to another one. So there we go, got that. And then we're going to switch to the other side, so you get this kind of style. And it just makes it look a little bit kind of better. It kind of adds a little bit more detail just to the actual build. And there you go, that's the chimney one, so we don't need that. And that will give us that there. And if you grab your trapdoors, this is just to add a little bit more detail as well. If we just put them in here, and also with the connected textures, it looks really good. But you're just putting in trapdoors, basically, and having them on the upper part here, like that. And you just go around whenever you've got any of these, put them in, like that, and put them in there. You can kind of see that it just kind of connects it in a little bit without too much, not without having to use a slab, for example. So that gives us that part of the house. If we actually go around to the back now, I'm just going to grab a couple little bits. We're going to grab bone meal, and also going to grab some sort of grass block. And just on this back section, what I did is I put in flower boxes, as if this is kind of like the kind of garden section, and then use trapdoors in these parts, like this. And then using bone meal, just to bone meal a couple of them. Of course, you're going to get grass everywhere. But there we go, you get a couple of flowers. And then all I did on this is, now that I've got the kind of grass bit in there, is I just grabbed a couple different kind of variations of flowers. This one maybe. And just every so often just switch out one maybe, like there. Some more grass maybe, I don't know. But, you know, just kind of variate it a little bit. And put in some flowers, as those are the kind of back flower boxes. It kind of adds a little bit more interest to that back section. And then if you grab your kind of buttons, and I use wooden ones for this, I just put one in here, and again this is just further detailing, and then one right in here, because this is the middle section of this bit. Let's put one in there. If we fly around to the back, what we're going to do, and this is where I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I put one in there, and probably there. I might have done a couple in this back section, just to kind of add a little bit more detail. So just put one there, then leave a block, put one in, leave a block, put one in. And of course we've got the chimney side, and we'll just leave that like that. I actually did put in another flower box on this side as well. So I'm just going to put that in. So we've got this on the really big window. Put in a couple of little bits, and I'm going to grab this. Grab those, so I've got white tulips, and put those in. I can just have grass, for example, just on those little sections like that. And on each of the sides of the houses, just of the house even, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. As you can see here, I've got these kind of 2 little gardens. And what this was, and if you're kind of on a default texture pack or something different, all I'd do is just put a fence in, and just kind of connect this in, and just go with that, and then have a fence gate here, or just leave that completely open. So I'm just going to put in the fence just to show you guys what it looks like if you double it up as well. I would probably just go with singles on this, but it's kind of up to kind of personal preference. And what I'll do is put this in. And if you've got Conquest, connected textures, or Optifine or something like that, and also World Edit, what you can do is you can do 101 colon, I think it is 8 or something. No, it's not 8, it's probably 10 or something. I'm not completely 100%. 9 then. So we got there in the end. I'm pretty sure it is 9. There we go. So if you put in 9, that'll give you a wicker fence, which is really cool, as you can see. And that's the one I use for this. So it's 101 colon 9 if you have the World Edit tool. To actually do that, I can get rid of that as well. So put this in here. There we go. And that just makes it look a little bit more kind of rustic and quite nice. And then obviously fill that up with pretty much anything. What I actually did in these, and I'll show you the kind of two variation-y type things. With Conquest, I actually put in a beehive. That's one of the dragon eggs, and also using one of the cobweb variations here. But just put in a mix. Don't go just with wheat. Don't go with just with carrots. Don't go with just with potatoes. As you can see here, I've got wheat, I've got carrots, and I've got a potato there. I've also got, what's this, pumpkin seeds and also melon seeds. What I did is I grew those with bone meal, but didn't let them, make an actual melon somewhere, and it just gives you a different types of like fern or something like that. So do that and fill that in on each of those sides. Adds a little bit more interest, and also makes it look like it's kind of a bit grown. This one I went with more green on this side, but then covered over here. We've also got obviously vines, so you can fill that build over here. As you can see, I've put some vines on the front, just to add a little bit more interest. So we'll just go around and quickly add in the stairs. So all you need to do is just grab your stairs, just put one in here, put one in here. If you didn't have this front section, you'd have one in on that side. Then you have one here, here. Just put them all around the back, and again leave that chimney part, or you can put one in. Might as well put one in for the time being. We'll just put one on each side, but that will also give you another little bit of detail. Okay, and now for the chimney. So if you go around to this side, what you're going to need is cobblestone, cobblestone stairs, and also cobblestone wool. So first thing we're going to do is going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and you can actually just cut out, some of this here. Now this front part here, we're just going to build up to a total height of 2. On each side, we're going to have a stair, and on these parts, we're going to have a stair here and a stair here, like that. Now, what we're going to do next is this part here is going to actually switch out and be a stair. Then you have upside down stair, and then you're going to have a stair on top of the middle one, like that. Now, these back 3 little bits here, we can actually switch out for cobblestone. I can actually take out this section like this, and then I'm going to put in a stair going this way, also on the other side as well. So we've got it just going there, so you can just see that tiny little bit of white clay. And we're just going to go up here, and I actually cut through mine like this, and it should be there. Just one back, so I put in a block of cobblestone and then put in cobblestone wool. And if you again have Conquest, what you can do is you can actually make smoke, because there is actually smoke. So I usually do this. And you might be like, well, what the hell is that? That's not really smoke. But if you then do REPL 30:2, I almost put in balls, that'll give you the smoke texture. And then all you do is just go randomly across this. And then just take out the extra ones. And then you'll kind of look at that and go, well, actually, this bit doesn't look quite right. This needs to be a bit more thinner. And you're just kind of taking them out a little bit randomly. And there you go, that looks like actual smoke. So that's one way to do it. So then you've got this kind of little bit here, and you'll notice that on the inside what we need to do is go in on the inside and just block these up. Usually what I do is I just use full blocks in these parts, and then if I can I use something like stairs just to block that up, or you could use a slab just to tell you how much space you've got on the inside. But that'll give you that little bit there. I'm just wondering if that is it for the tutorial or not. So I think we've pretty much done it and built all of the little bits. I'll just kind of, again, show you quickly the interior, but I will link in the description to the little tour that I had of this, and how to, mainly with the Conquest type stuff, to actually build, make a nice interior. So this is, again, what I've got for the interior. And you can see that this here I've actually pushed forwards, so if we take out that block, that's where we actually had the full block in on the one we just built. So we got a full block in there, but what I've done is I've pushed it forwards and actually put in this, and I've just switched over this this pressure plate. Unfortunately, I've switched the data on it, but then brought that forwards just to this point. But it should give you enough room easily to build a nice little fireplace. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the tutorial on how to build a small medieval cottage. If you have, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.